So guys, this is basically the verbal aptitude questions. Okay, verbal aptitude question that are taken from you know um, IndiaBix. Okay, so these questions are taken from IndiaBix and we will be solving them one by one. Okay, let's try to solve the question. Okay, so we discussed about the problem thoroughly. So basically is there is one sentence which is divided into four parts. The first is this part, the second is this part, the third is this part, and the fourth is this part. So what I need to do is I need to find in which part there is an error. Okay, so this is the thing, pretty simple. See, we discussed about the problem so thoroughly on the eve of the examination that I found it very easy to work it out. This is correct, but see one thing, we never write about after discussed. Okay, we discussed. Why we do not write about after discussed? Because discussed basically forms the object. Discussed only forms the object. You don't need to write anything after discussed. Okay, so this is what it is. So here discussed forms the object. We don't need to write about. Okay, after this. So this is basically the error. This is the error. Okay, let's do the next question. Okay, we discussed the problem so thoroughly. Have you ever heard? We have a discussion on. We discussed about no. This is not the correct one. Okay, let's try to solve the next question. Let's do this question. Okay, so here also our goal is to spot the error, which is the error in this following sentence. So this sentence is also divided into three parts. So what is the first part? An Indian ship laden with merchandise got drowned in the Pacific Ocean. Tell me in which part of the sentence there is an error. So see, an Indian ship, this is perfectly okay. Laden with merchandise, this is also okay. Got drowned in the Pacific Ocean. Here what got drowned? Here the Indian ship got drowned. But drowned is basically used for living things, not non-living things. Drowned is used for living things. So got drowned is wrong. It will be sank. Why sank? Because sank is always used for non-living things, guys. And if you need to drown any living, and for living things what we use, we use drown. Okay, so you need to keep this thing in mind. So this is the error. Okay, so there is no error. This is also wrong. I mean, this is the error. Okay, let's do. Now try to find out the error in this sentence. So this sentence is also divided into four parts, as you guys can see. So see, what is the first part? I could not put up in a hotel. Okay, because the boarding and lodging charges were exorbitant. See, if you are trying to stay in a hotel, that means you are staying in a hotel temporarily. So you don't use put up in. This is not used if you are staying somewhere temporarily. Okay, so what you will be using? You will be using put up at instead of in. Okay, put up means tolerate. Okay, put up, if you just see these two words, put up, what is the meaning of put up? It is basically tolerate. But put up at means stay temporarily. Okay, stay temporarily. Okay, because the boarding and lodging charges were exorbitant. Okay, these two are okay, but this is not okay. Okay, so this is the error. This is the next sentence, which is also split up into three parts, and we need to find the error. So what is the first line? What is the first part? The Indian radio. This is okay. The Indian, okay. That this means that Indian radio. It's pointing to some Indian radio, okay, which was previously controlled by the British rulers. Okay, this line is also sounding good. Is free now from the narrow vested interest. So free now we don't use like this. What we use is now free. We don't use now after free. We use now before free. Okay, we don't use free now, we use now free. So this is the incorrect statement. This is the incorrect portion of the statement, as you guys can see. Now let's try to solve the error in this sentence. So what is the sentence? If I had known this yesterday, I will have helped him. So this is the sentence. Now we need to find in which part of the sentence there is an error. So if I had known, okay, this is okay. If I had known this yesterday, okay, I will have helped him will be wrong. I will have helped him will be wrong. Why? Because this is referring, yesterday is what? Tell me. Yesterday is what? Yesterday is referring to the past. If I am not wrong, yesterday is referring to the past, but this will have, this means present. So if he needs to help him, then he would have to go to the past in order to help him. So for that, we won't use will have. What we will be using? We will be using would have, because that is referring to the past, right? We would have used would have, not will have. So this is incorrect. So I hope you have understood what I'm trying to say. Okay, let's do the next question. Okay, so this is the next question, and here also we have to spot in which part of the sentence there is an error. So a lot of travel delay is caused. Okay, this part is good. Due to the inefficiency and lack of good management. Okay, this is good. On behalf of the railways. No. What does on behalf mean? On behalf means that when someone purposely does something for someone else. On behalf means when someone does something on purpose, right? This means what? When someone does something on purpose. But tell me, does the railway purposely does inefficiency and lack of good management so that a lot of travel delays cause? Tell me, does the railway do that purposely? No, they try their best. But obviously, because of this inefficiency and lack of good management, that's not in the hand of the railways, and the railways doesn't try to do it purposely. But because of that, travel delays cause. So on behalf is wrong. On behalf is wrong, because the railways are not purposely doing this, right? So what it will be the correct word in case of on behalf? It will be by the railways, right? So this is the incorrect one. This is the next sentence. Tell me which is the incorrect portion in this sentence. One of the members expressed doubt if the minister was an atheist. So basically, one of the members, let's say there is a committee, and inside that committee there is one member who expressed doubt if the minister was an atheist or not. So obviously this part has the error. This is correct. One of the members, okay, the minister was an atheist, okay. This part has error. Why this part has error? The main reason is we do not use if with doubt. We either use two things. After doubt we use two things. Either we use whether or we use that. These two things are allowed with doubt. Now in this case, what it will be? We will be using that. Now you might be thinking why we are not using whether. Whether is only used when you are uncertain about an event. What is the event? That one of the members expressed doubt that the minister was an atheist. If you are not sure that this event happened, that one of the members if asked whether the minister was an atheist or not, if you are not sure that this event happened or not, then you will be using whether. But if you are sure that this event had happened where the member has raised a doubt, then you need to use that. When you are sure that this event had happened. Okay, what is the error in this sentence? So the sentence is, I have got my MSc degree in 1988. See, one thing, here we are talking in present tense only. Okay, let's say me and you are talking. Okay, so me and you are talking. So I asked you, when did you get your MSc degree? Okay, I asked you, when did you get your MSc degree? You replied me, I got my MSc degree in 1988. Okay, you won't be telling I have got, right? That's not needed. Okay, you will just say I got my MSc degree in 1988. Why? Because we are talking in present tense. I didn't ask you when have you got your MSc degree, or when did you get your. I asked what? When did you get the MSc degree? Right? When did you get your MSc degree? So you will be just writing I got my MSc degree in 1988, right? So have is not required. Why? Because we are talking in present tense. We are not talking in past tense. I have not asked you when have you got your MSc degree. I just asked when did you get your MSc degree. So you will be writing I got my MSc degree in 1988. So have is not required. So this is the error. Okay, I mean this is incorrect. Rest all are correct. Sorry, this is also not correct. Tell me, which is the error in this sentence? Which part is the error in this sentence? What is the sentence? Having received your letter this morning, we are writing to thank you for the same. Having received your letter, okay, this is perfectly okay. We can use having with the past tense. Okay, no problem. Having received your letter this morning, we are writing to thank you for the same. Okay, so this is okay, this is okay, this is okay. So there is no error in this. There is no error, no error. So this is our question. Next question. So we need to find what is the error in this sentence, in which part. So if you lend him a book, this is okay. He will lend it to someone else, this is okay. And never you will get it back, this is wrong. It will be and you will never get it back. Never will be after will. You will never get it back, not never you will get it back. Okay, so this is the error. So this is our question. So this is a sentence and we need to find in which part of the sentence there is an error. So according to the Bible, right, this is okay. It is meek and humble who shall inherit the earth. Who shall inherit the earth? Okay, this is also perfect. It is meek and humble, this is incorrect. Why this is incorrect? Because there will be only one person, right? The earth will be inherited by only one person, right? As per the Bible, there will be only one person who will inherit the earth. Okay, and we are specifying to that person, but here meek and humble is referring to a class of persons, but we need to have only one person among this class. So how will we specify which person we want among this class? Just we need to add the before each adjective. Okay, then it will become correct, but it is not added, so it is incorrect. So I hope you have got this. There is only one person who will inherit the earth, and that is the meek, the person who is the meek and the humble, right? So basically that's the thing. So this is our next question. So we need to find in which part of the sentence there is an error, obviously. So the question, do the roses in your garden, do the roses in your garden smell more sweetly than those in ours? Do the roses in your garden is okay. More sweetly, no, we don't write like this. When we are comparing, okay, sweet is what? Sweet is nothing but an adjective. Sweet is nothing but an adjective. And when we compare between two entities in terms of sweetness, we don't use more sweetly. What we use? We use sweeter, right? What we use? We use sweeter, not more sweetly. This is not the correct way to represent represent an adjective when comparing between two bodies. Likewise, when we write good, do we write more goodly? More goodly, do we write like this? No. What we write? We write better, right? What we write? We write better when comparing with two entities. So this is the part which has the error. Rest all are correct. See, now what is the error in this sentence? Block of residential flats are coming up near our house. See, residential flats, block of residential flats. So if there is one flat, it will look like this, but here it is saying flats. So this is one block, this is the second flat, this is the third flat, let's say this is the fourth flat, fifth flat, sixth flat, and so on. So this is everyone is referring to a flat. So this is one block, B1, this is another block, say B2, this is another block, B3. So these are blocks, this is not block, right? There are multiple blocks, right? So this part has the error, because it will be blocks of residential flats, because flats is basically plural. Flats is basically plural, bro. So this will be blocks, not block. Rest all are okay. Tell me, what is the error in this sentence? You can get all the information that you want in this book. You can get is okay, in this book is okay. All the information that you want, that will not be there, okay? All the information you want will be only there, okay? You need to make the sentence as simple as possible. You need to reduce those words in the sentence that are not required. See, if you remove that, will that change the meaning of the sentence? No. So the less you have, the better you have, okay? Tell me, the students were awaiting for the arrival of the chief guest. So in which part it is wrong? So see, awaiting, what does awaiting means? Awaiting means waiting for, okay? Awaiting means waiting for only. So waiting for is it sounding good? Awaiting for means waiting for, right? So two fors are there, which is not required. So this is the error. Rest all are correct. Obviously no error is not correct. See, in this sentence we need to find which part there is an error. So 60 miles are a good distance, okay? 60 miles, okay, a good distance, okay? R, this is not be there, this will not be there, it will be is instead of R. Why? Because 60 miles here, it refers to single object, okay? Single object. 60 miles is referring to a single object. If it is there, if instead of 60 there is 100 also, then also we will be writing is only. We will never be writing are, because this is treated as a single entity, 60 miles, right? Like if I write United States, something like this, then also I will write it like this, is, right? Anything after United States, it will be is, never, it will never be are. Why? Because United States is a single body, okay? United States is a single body, okay? So you need to understand this thing. So find in which part of the sentence the error is present, okay? So see, they have been very close friends until they quarreled. So we are talking in past tense, right? We can see that we are talking in past tense. They very close friends. There is nothing to do with tenses. They have been is wrong. They have been is wrong. What we will be write instead of have? We have to write had. Why? Because we are talking in past tense. Okay. So which part is the error? Tell me. When the dentist came in, my tooth was stopped aching. Okay, when the dentist came in, my tooth was stopped taking. This never happens. This is already a past tense, and this is already a past tense. Past tense plus past tense both don't come hand in hand. Okay, we can't use two past tenses together like this. So this part is wrong. This is okay. This is okay. So what it will be? My tooth was on, will not be there. It will be my tooth stopped taking only. Okay. Tell me which is the error. What is the error in this part? Which part of the sentence is the error? Okay. So it is the duty of every citizen to do his utmost to defend the hardly owned freedom of the country. Okay. So in which part of the sentence there is error? It is the duty of every citizen to do his utmost. Okay, this sounds fine. To defend the hardly owned. What does hardly owned mean? Hardly owned means is not own. Hardly owned, that means you have not own. Okay. So this is false. This is wrong. This is wrong. You won't be writing hardly own. Hardly own means you have not owned the freedom. So what you will be writing? You have to write hard own. Hard own freedom of the country. This is okay. Okay, tell me in which part of the sentence there is an error. No sooner did I open the door, okay, when the rain heavy and storm rushed in. We never use when with no sooner. Okay, you have to remember this. So what we use with no sooner? Always we use then with no sooner. Okay, you have to remember this thing. Always we use then with no sooner. We never use when with no sooner. So this is incorrect. Okay, this is making us shiver from head to foot. This is also okay. So in place of when, what we will be writing? We will be writing then. Then the rain heavy and stormy rushed in, making us shiver from head to foot. Okay, so we have to use then, okay, with no sooner. Okay, so tell me which part of the sentence has an error. If a man diligently seeks to come into the contact, do we ever write come into the contact? Tell me, do we ever write like this, come into the contact? Tell me, do we write ever like this? No. So what we write? Come into contact. We never write the. Okay, so this part has the error. With the best that has been thought and said in this world, okay, this is okay. He will become simple and unselfish. This is also okay. So this part has the error. Okay, so this is the same question. Tell me in which part of the sentence there is an error. You must remember me to post this letter. Do I remember you? No. What I do? I remind you. What I do? I remind you. I never remember you, right? So you must remember me is false. So in case of remember me, what you need to write? You need to write remind me. Right? You must remind me. Okay, so tell me in which part of the sentence there is an error. I shall certainly write you when I shall reach New Delhi. Okay, so when I shall reach New Delhi, see this sentence. This is not a sentence, it is not a statement. It is basically looking like a question. When I shall reach New Delhi. Okay, so this is not forming a sentence. It's not like an assertive sentence. So this is okay. This is okay. Write you or write to you, whatever. But there will be only one error. I think there will be also write to you, but okay, this is not required. But the main error is this thing. When I shall reach New Delhi will not be there. When I reach New Delhi, it will be only this thing. When I reach New Delhi, when I shall reach New Delhi will not be there. It's not good. Okay, so this part has an error. Rest everything is correct. Okay, I hope you have understood what I am trying to say, right? Oh shit bro. Okay, I hope you have understood. So this is in this part of the sentence there is an error, and rest everything is okay. Okay, so tell me in which part of the sentence there is an error. On the busy ring road. Okay, so there is a ring road which is busy and we are referring to the busy ring road. Okay, so on the busy ring road, this is obviously correct. We witness a collision. What is collision? What we saw was a collision. In road generally collision happens. There is no word called collision, so it will be collision. So obviously in this part of the sentence there is an error. Test between a truck and an auto. Okay, this is also okay. Tell me in which part of the sentence there is an error. Mr. Praful Patel. Okay, this is okay. Is not attending his office for the last month. Okay, for the last month. Okay, for the okay, for month you can refer as for, you can use for month. Okay, but we are referring with last month. Last month is something that has happened in the past, so we are referring to something that has happened in the past. So it is, he is not attending his office for the last month. That means since the last month, I mean past month. Last month is basically past tense. So if we are talking about past tense, then the verb should also be in the past tense form, right? So is not, we will not write, we will write has not been attending. Okay, has not been attending his office since the last month. Okay, has not been will be the answer, bro. And okay, don't worry if you are getting stuck in this type of questions. Don't worry, with gradual practice you will master when you need to use what. Okay, so everything comes with practice, literally everything. So has not been attending his office for the last month. So we will not write is, we will be writing has not been. Okay, has not been, because we are referring to the last month, that is the past tense. So is will not be allowed. Okay,